Hello and welcome to Jimmy's Three Things. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Jimmy. Three things I want to talk about in Major League Baseball today. Who is the sloppiest player at each infield position? What would the standings look like if the White Sox didn't exist? And the quickest tags of the year. Welcome to Jimmy's Three Things. Thank you very much for clicking play and hanging out with me for a little bit as I talk about three things I'm excited to talk about in the world of baseball. Jimmy's Three Things is a production of Dan Patrick Productions, Jomboy Media, and Workhouse Media, and we'll get right into it because I like to keep it quick. I have been fiddling around on the Inside Edge program, which is amazing. Shout out to Inside Edge. It's really cool. And they have a tracker that is poor play, but not error. So imagine the scorekeeper was a dick, right? And the scorekeeper had the expectations that fans have. That, oh, dude, make that play. Maybe even players have it of themselves. So they track, hey, this wasn't ruled an error, but that should have been made, right? Sometimes, I haven't watched all of them. Sometimes they're tough. Sometimes you're like, how the hell was that not an error? Yes. So I went and I looked at every infield position who's been the sloppiest. And we'll start with first base. So, you know, I can scrape all the data from them and then calculate it. And as far as poor plays go, the leader is Low over in Texas. Or no. Yeah. I think that's Texas Low. Guerrero, Vladdy, and Rizzo are tied with 6. Rizzo hasn't played a lot this year. He just had a tough start. Then I said, all right, well, let's combine errors, right? Because those are poor plays officially. And the first baseman with the most errors this year is Vladdy, tied with Diaz. And then Inside Edge also lets you say they calculate, I can show you, they calculate first base scoops, and I clicked certainly this play should be made, likely, and then I calculated scoop made, no. So then I did that for first base. And the leader in that is Hoskins and then Vladdy. And when you total all that up, the sloppiest first baseman of the year is Vladdy. 20. Poor plays plus errors plus did not make an easy scoop equals 20 times that has happened. Lowe and Taglia are tied for second with 15 each. So let's go to the videos and just see what we're looking at. I pulled a couple of them. So again, remember what I said. Imagine the scorekeeper's a dick. Because, yeah, it's a nice play. Like, he makes a nice stop. At this point, I'm guessing they're saying, like, should complete the play. Wasn't made. Should the pitcher have caught it? So it's tough. Let's watch another one. Yeah, that's a play that should be made. Vladdy loses it in his glove a little bit right there. And then again, Kikuchi just doesn't look at him. So 2 tough ones on Vladdy right away. I'll say that. The next one we have, so that bounces off his foot. That one bounces off his foot. Okay. Another one against the Yankees. Yeah. That was sloppy. Just bobbled it for a while. Double play didn't get turned. That's the best thing. Oh boy. Oh, no. What happened there, Vladdy? Oh, no. He went down. A run scored. He got 2 on and 2 outs. He can't come up. It like short hops on him, but then he falls all over his feet and then he rolls around. The best thing this stat does is assumes the double play, which I really appreciate. Oh, so that's a scoop that you're going to want to make. And he didn't make. And then another scoop that you're going to want to make. Maybe the throw beat him anyway. Anyway, that's how it came up. Let's keep moving because I want to go through them quick. At second base, this is exciting news. At second base, we have Gleyber Torres. He is tied with Valdez for poor plays at 11, and he has 17 errors. So his total of slop is 28. Next is Geloff and Valdez tied with 16. Oh my goodness. Guess what? That matches the eye test, me watching my Yankees this year. Glaber has been awful at second base. Here, let's watch some. So that one just throws it away. Should be a double play. See, that's not an error because you can't assume the double play. But a run scored on that, and that should have been made. Next play, let's see. Oh, he's playing in. Fumbles around with the ball for a while. Can't find it. This one going to his right. So that's actually, again, that's a nice play. I wouldn't really count that against Glaber. I think he's trying to get the lead runner. And what happened was Oswaldo didn't get the tag down. So, you can't count it blanketly, but that's any stat. There's outliers and weirdness. Okay, that one just went under his glove. A lot of that. Glaber going to his left has not been good. Yep, there's another one going to his left. Not good. Another one out of just doesn't get going to his left. This one, oh my goodness. How was that not an error? It's just like a short hop that he chopped at. And this one, geez. All right, I got to get out of here. Making me, oh boy, to his left again. And up the middle. Whoa, just rushed it. There's a lot more. We got to get out of there. Let's go back. All right, so Glaber is the sloppiest second baseman. Who's the sloppiest shortstop? Well, it's Gunnar Henderson. De La Cruz has 27 errors. That leads the league, but he's only got 7 poor plays. Gunnar Henderson has 12 poor plays and 23 errors. So total 35, but a close race between him and De La Cruz. Let's go look at some of Gunnar's. What do we got here? Oh yeah, he just didn't get that. Kind of chasing it, weird. Oh, a lot of pink in this clip. And this one, he's coming up the middle. How does this? Oh, man. So that's also what they account for a lot because it's a human tracking. It's like not aware of the situation. Like the runner's fast and he is not treating it like Corbin Carroll's running. Ooh, infield in. That is the same thing. This play, the way he runs after balls to his right looks silly. Okay. Hey, wait. It's all the AL East so far. That stinks. Ooh, hot shot right at him. See? That's if a scorekeeper was brutal. Oh, no, Gunnar. Oh, no. What is this play? Oh, my goodness. All right. Bases loaded. Hot shot. He makes the stop. Can't come up with it. Goes for the tag. Doesn't get him. Flips to third. That's sloppy. Yeah, that's sloppy. It's a nice initial play. That one just eats him up. And then he eats the throw. Okay. Yeah. Oh, boy, I do not like the way he chases balls on his backhand. That one just eats him up in the belly. That's a hot shot. Jeez, yeah, scorekeepers are jerks in this one. That's what this stat is. It's like, it's perfection expected. Big chopper up the middle. Oh, he went too high. He had to rush it. But he threw it too high. First baseman had to come off. All right, so that's shortstop. And then at third base, we have Suarez. Eugenio Suarez has the most poor plays, but poor plays plus errors is Alec Bohm with 23. Actually, he's tied with Paredes. He's tied with Isaac. Chapman and Paredes have more errors. He has 13. They have 15. But Bohm has 10 poor plays, so him and Paredes are tied. I think I grabbed the wrong footage. I think I grabbed Suarez and Bohm, but here's some Bohm plays. Yep. See, I like I wish I could fine tune it a bit, but it's so tough because it's like my eye test is different than everyone else's eye test. But yes, let's assume double plays. I don't know why we're not assuming double plays. Like if he doesn't bobble this right here, that's a double play because look at the difference. But he bobbled it. So I kind of like looking at this stat, but we've already found some times where it's not great. Pulled Harper off the bag on that one. That one just gets by him. Oh, hot shot, but bobbles it a little. Yeah. Stop. I mean, they're hard plays. Ooh, yeah, not good. Oh, where are we? London? There was different. Jeez. He wanted to go home, bare hand. He didn't know how to play that ball. That is such a hot shot. That's tough. I don't know if I'd agree with that one. Scorekeeper's a jerk when it comes. Oh, boy. That's just, he's too fast. That's a nice, oh, what? Is that on him or Harper? I feel like Harper can let that come a little more, but then it'd be a short pick. Our guy Salvi. Oh, look at this one. Okay, so I also like this stat because this is a mental error. He forgot the amount of outs or forgot that the batter is really slow, and he just takes this and steps on third base for the force casually, but Perez is running. So they dock him for that. So there is a human doing this. They're just a little harder than I would be. Let's see some of the Suarez ones at third. That's not good. That's a little bit lazy. This one, oh, he just lets the ball play him. Probably a fast runner. Yep, can't do that. Next one. Oh, my goodness. What happened here? No one covers second? He went, yeah. Well, they're in such a big shift, and the second baseman is at Marte. Doesn't get there in time, and he doesn't know that. So that might be like a team slop. I think this is the way they do it, I think it'd be better to see teams. Oh, fumbles all over himself. Whoa, throws a second, but it's high, so they don't turn it. Again, I like that. All right, so there you have it. The final leaderboard for infield, maybe I do this, is when you combine poor plays, errors, and in first base, I didn't make the scoop. It was Vladdy, Glaber, Gunnar, Bohm, / Paredes. So AL East, coming for you with sloppy infield. Second segment on today's show. What would the standings look like if the White Sox didn't exist? That's the first thing I looked at because they were talking about on the broadcast yesterday how fat the Twins and Royals have gotten because they get to play the White Sox a lot. So I was looking at that, and the Twins have gotten 12 wins from the White Sox. They're 12-1, and the Royals have gotten 11 wins just from the White Sox. So I went and I did the standings in the AL with and without the White Sox. And the thing that it changes is Red Sox become a wild card team and the Twins drop. So Boston isn't that fat off of the White Sox. They don't get to play them as much. The Twins go from 76 and 68 to 64 and 67. And this is just a silly caveat because great, good job, Twins. Get fat off the bad teams. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have winning seasons and gluttonous seasons off bad teams. So I'm not really knocking them. It's just a fun exercise, in my opinion. So, but it is crazy. They go from a winning record to a losing record if the White Sox don't exist. And what else changes? Did anything else change? In the AL West, the Astros would have a 6-game lead instead of a 4.5-game lead. And in the AL East, the Yankees would have a 2-game lead over the Orioles instead of a 1.5 games. And the Red Sox would be 8.5 back instead of 10. And then then I thought, that's interesting. Okay, what if I just take away the bottom 3 teams for the whole league? Because I do like looking, if you've ever listened to me on Talkin Baseball, I do like looking at how do teams fare against teams over 500. teams you're going to face in the playoffs. But I kind of wish they would break it. How do you fare against the top 5 teams and the bottom 5 teams? Maybe if I do this again, let's eliminate the top 3 and the bottom 3. And how does the middle match up then? Would that be interesting? But what I did today, I eliminated the bottom 3. So I took, how I did it was I took wins and losses versus the Marlins, wins and losses versus the Rockies, wins and losses versus the White Sox. So I took your record and then bottom 3 teams, how'd you fare? And if you want to see which teams have, gotten the most fat off the bottom, if you do it by winning percentage, Minnesota has an .875 winning percentage against the bottom 3 teams, 14-2. Then Pittsburgh, then the Astros, then the Dodgers. Colorado is 3-7. They're the 4th worst team. No, they're one of the worst teams. So yeah, they're 3-7. But the Minnesota Twins 14-2 against the bottom 3 teams. So it's a fun exercise to look at. When you look at the National League, we have right now the Phillies and the Dodgers are both tied, 86 wins and 58 losses. And then Milwaukee is 3.5 back from them. The Padres are in 4th place, then the Diamondbacks, then the Mets, then the Braves. If you toggle it and you take away the 3 bottom teams, you get the Phillies are in 1st place. Milwaukee jumps up. They're being 2nd place, still winning their division, and the Dodgers still winning their division. So the division leaders stay the same in the National League. But as far as wild card goes, it would be the Padres, the Braves, and the Mets, which I think is the same, right? Padres, Braves, Mets. The Diamondbacks would be out. They would lose right now, and the Braves would jump up. In the American League, there's more that happens because of the White Sox and the Twins situation. The Yankees are in 1st place. Cleveland's a game behind them. Then Baltimore makes Baltimore a wild card team. Then Kansas City makes them a wild card team. Then Houston makes them the West winner. Then Minnesota, then Boston, then Seattle. Now, if you take away the bottom 3 teams, all of a sudden, Minnesota drops down real far. Tampa Bay climbs above them. Seattle climbs above them. Boston climbs above them. They are 62-66 if you take away the bottom 3 teams in the league. And Cleveland becomes the best team in the American League. Then the Yankees. Baltimore would be the first wild card. Kansas City, still a wild card team. Good for them. Houston gets their division. And then Boston would be the other wild card team. But it'd be a real close race between... It'd be a really close race between Boston, Seattle, Tampa Bay, and Minnesota. And Detroit. They'd all be in it. So that's what happens if you take away the bottom 3 teams. I didn't have time. I did this on the train this morning. I thought of it as I was driving to the train because I remember them saying it on the broadcast last night. And then while I was on the train with my hotspot, I put all this info together. If I had more time, I'd love to take the top 3 teams and the bottom 3 teams and erase them. And how does the middle average out? How much does that change? That'd be interesting. And I'd like to do this like historically, the last couple of years. If you take away the bottom 3 teams, how much different does it look? And does that reflect how the playoffs went at all? Probably not. But I kind of find it interesting. And man, it kind of looks bad for the Twins. They dropped so much. But, I mean, good for them getting fat, because if the playoffs are a crapshoot and you just need to get into the dance, well, the easiest way to get into the dance is kick the shit out of the bad guys and the bad teams, and that's what they've done. Are the Twins bad against teams over 500? Yeah. They're really bad. They're 37-51. Damn. I did not know that. Is there a playoff team even close to that bad against over 500 teams? The Royals are 43 and 48, so they have a losing record. Again, the White Sox situation. The D-backs are 40 and 43. Jesus Christ, I did not realize the Twins are 37 and 51 against teams over 500. What are they against the best teams? So who's the top 3 teams? It's LA, Philly, New York. LA, Philly, New York. So against the Dodgers, they're 1 and 2, the Twins. Against Philly, they're 2 and 1, so that evens out to 500. Against the Yankees, they're 0 and 6. Jesus Christ. It's like Baltimore, they're 0 and 3. Oh my. Who are the other playoff teams? Okay, Houston, they're 4 and 2. Nice. They got Houston's number. Beat Houston for me if you see them. Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals are 7 and 6. Nice. Third topic, we're looking at quick hands. Tag. You're out. On Inside Edge, when you sort stuff on their video, they also have this calculation called fielder tag times. And it's just, quick hands. Now, this seems not human. I don't know how they're calculating this because some of the tag times are negative, and when I clicked those, they didn't make the tag. That's kind of what was happening there. And then some are 0, and I'll show you like an example. This is a 0. And I think the tag wasn't made, so it doesn't calculate because it was a slow tag. But once you do get into this 0.1 Smith to Lux, we do get into impressive tag ranges. So I'm going to go from that point where there's actually like a time of how long it took to make the tag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The top 10 quickest tags of the season. The first 5, 0.02 seconds. The next 5, 0.01. So let's see what we got going on here. Yep, that makes sense. Correa likes it. So the throw is just right into the glove, basically catching on the body. Now, this is not, there's 5 faster than this. I don't really understand how you can be faster than this. That is very cool and satisfying to watch. Basically, that's the new style. Catch it on his body. Wow, is that Correa again? He puts his arm on the line here to catch it and basically lets him slide into him. That's awesome. Okay. Wow. So Correa is the first 2. Now we're going the Mets and Iglesias, another hands guy. Wow. So are they counting? Maybe he got his hand right there. I think they are. And that is quick. Good call. Jordan Baker, umpire Harper retreats. Yep. How are there 5 that are faster than this? This is, again, a throw just right on the money and basically catches it into the lake. Very cool. This is much different than how they used to tag runners out. It's a new style. Ooh, that's old school. Trey Turner, Real Muto, or that's not Real Muto, but this is the old school style where like you're not going down the line and trying to grab it and the shortstop is sliding into him. That's just a throw that is right on the money. That is awesome. Turner catches it and he slides. Oh, that's cool. So these next 5 are all tied for the fastest tags of the season. 0.01 seconds. Let's see what we're working with. That's an inside. Kirk delivers. Well, that's not faster than the last couple. I mean, it's perfect, but that's not better than the last 5 we just watched. Okay. Trevino and Volpe. Well, the runner's safe there. Okay. This batch has been disappointing compared to, oh, that's a nice pick. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. What a pick. See, when he picks this, he's got to go around Vladdy's body. He's got to decide. Watch the feet work on this one. So much more goes into this. He's got to pick it, but he's got to get his feet and he's got to get around Vladdy's body because Vladdy doesn't have to move. Now, Vladdy does duck, which is very kind of him. I mean, he doesn't want to take a ball to the face. Vladdy does not have to do that, and he should not do that. That makes it so much easier. This is why you see them sail throws into the outfield because they have to go over the batter's head. But either way, the footwork on the catcher is nice because he's got to see that right foot right here. He does a little grapevine and then shifts his weight. And then he's able to fully come down. Vladdy made that very easy for him. And then this is really nice. He's not allowed to be in the base path with his feet anymore. So just his glove can be there. Catches it right there and doesn't even really have to tag. That is really nice. Okay, another Mets one. Oh, that was cool. Because that was like an actual tag. We got, how is he out? How is he out? He's saying that the glove was on his face as he's catching it right there and his hand's not there yet. I'd love to see, whenever this game was, the slow-mo replays. Wow, it went to replay because he called him safe and then they overturned it. I'd love to see this. Did he tag his helmet while it was off his body? Because that is incredibly quick. And the last one, Lux. Oh, catches it into DeLuca's head. It skips. That is a 0-second tag. Absolutely. One frame, it's in front of his glove. Next frame, it's in his glove and he's making the tag. Crazy. Those were the quickest tags of the season. This was Jimmy's 3 Things. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you appreciate it, subscribe. Oh, you know what? The share button is actually crazy. So if you're still listening to this and you enjoyed it, do me a favor. Just on YouTube, hit the share button, then hit copy link. I don't even think you need to send it to anyone. I think YouTube just calculates if people did those 2 things. And then they say, oh, people are sharing this. We're going to put it in the algorithm. So just test that out for me. It's a theory that I was working on when I was looking at all the stats for our YouTube videos. So, I mean, you could text it to yourself if you want. That would for sure help. But I think if you just hit the share button and then copy the link, YouTube is like, ooh, we better promote this one. People are sharing it. And you didn't actually share it. You didn't inconvenience anyone in your life. All you do is hit 2 buttons and you helped me out a ton. So if you enjoyed it up until this point, you're still watching, that would be awesome. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next week.